Coming to the third case, at 2f1, array which is parallel goes through the focus, array through optical center goes straight. That's the image. If you look at the properties of the image, it is at 2f2, identical, size is identical, it is real, rays are actually cutting, it is inverted. And now comes case number 4. Between f1 and 2f1, parallel ray going through focus, optical center straight. Clearly rays are meeting, real, inverted, large, beyond 2f2. Next case, at f1, parallel ray, focus, optical center straight. The result, yes, real, inverted, huge, massive, infinitely large. It is formed at infinity. Infinity, infinitely large, inverted, real. Now coming even closer, between optical center and f1, parallel, focus, optical center straight, no intention of meeting, extending backwards, as seen from here, it appears to be here. So, virtual, but straight, erect. Virtual, erect, much larger, on the same side of the object. So after discussing these 6 cases for convex lens, going to concave lens. There are just 2 cases here. Parallel ray, which appears to come from f1, ray towards optical center goes straight. These two appear to be meeting here, A dash. Same side, smaller, diminished, that is virtual. Rays are here, image is here. So virtual, erect, between f1 and O. Now take it further and further and further, and you will find that image will become smaller and smaller and smaller. So actually the second case of very far is a special case of this. Take it to infinity. So image becomes smaller, smaller and smaller, smaller. So we say it is point sized, and it will have similar properties. It will be erect, it will be virtual. So it is formed at focus. Parallel ray appears to come from F1, parallel ray appears to come from F1. Image is formed at focus, point sized, which means diminished substantially. Then it is going to be like this, erect, and it is obviously virtual because refracted rays are here, they are not here. That's it. The cases that we have discussed are for real object. If you have any questions up to this point, then let me know. As far as the mathematics is concerned involving distances, sign convention is the same. You will measure all the distances from here, which is the optical center, and other things are same for U, V, etc. So that convention is called Cartesian sign convention, which we followed for mirrors, a curved mirror. Same Cartesian sign convention we follow for lenses also. Results are as follows: 1 upon V minus 1 upon U equal to 1 upon F. Whichever is the unknown variable, you will never put its sign. It should come out automatically. For a concave lens, parallel rays meet on the right side. Focal length will be positive. For concave lens, parallel rays appear to be meeting on the left side itself. So it means focal length would be negative for concave lens. The result is common. 1 upon V minus 1 upon U equal to 1 upon F works for both. And then the other result is of magnification, which is I by O, image size divided by object size. With sign it will come, with sign. So sign will tell us inverted or not inverted, and that is given by V by U. So we are not doing the derivations for these. We are interested in them from application point of view. We should be able to apply them. That's the basic idea. Now try this problem. "30 centimeters and magnification should be 1/3. If you have any questions about magnification or anything else, let me know. All right. "30 is correct, plus 30. It will be real, it will be inverted. Magnification is -2. Size is 4. If you would like this to be discussed on the board, then raise your hand. Let me know if you have any other question regarding this. Just go ahead.
Sir, in this question, how do we make out the sign for the distance of the object from the lens?
It has to be negative. It is always negative. This is your lens here. Where did you place the object? Here. What was the sign convention for mirror? The same sign convention is followed here. So what was it? Look at the sign convention for mirror. Just a moment. Yes, the object is always placed to the left of the mirror. Okay. Any other question? Let me know. Okay. Option B is correct. Option A is correct. Option A. Can you give an explanation why you have chosen option A and why not option C? Why A and not C? Explain. Well, if you choose small focal length, then 1 upon y will be large. If you subtract a large number from some x, 1 upon x, then this will become small. That means that will become large. If that is large, magnification is large. If you make a focal length large, 1 upon y will be small. You subtract a small number from 1 upon x. That means 1 upon z will be large. If 1 upon z is large, z is small. If z is small, then m is small. So y small should be the correct choice. If you have any questions, let me know. If you are wondering why I did all that, minus x, minus z, etc., because I wanted to deal with positive numbers. So u is negative, v is negative, we know that, it's a left side case. So if v is negative, z will be positive. If u is negative, x will be positive. So when we deal with x, y, z, we deal with positive numbers. That's the only idea. Yes, any questions, let me know. Alright, no assignment for today, we stop at this point.